Columbus never set foot on mainland America, but explored the Caribbean islands extensively. His original plan was to find a western route to Asia, not a new continent. Columbus was not the first European to reach the Americas. Vikings likely were. The exact birthplace of Columbus is uncertain, with several theories proposed. Columbus's voyages sparked a global exchange of plants, animals, and diseases, known as the Columbian Exchange. He mistakenly believed he had reached the eastern coast of Asia after his first voyage. Columbus's voyages played a crucial role in the subsequent colonization of the Americas. On his fourth voyage, Columbus encountered resistance from indigenous people in the Americas. He struggled with his financial situation despite his fame and accomplishments. Columbus's voyages led to the widespread enslavement and mistreatment of indigenous peoples. Despite popular belief, Columbus did not prove that the earth was round. This was already known by educated Europeans. Columbus's legacy is deeply controversial due to the impact of colonization on indigenous populations. Columbus's ships were the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina. He never realized he had stumbled upon a continent previously unknown to Europeans. Columbus was skilled in cartography and navigation but underestimated the size of the earth. He was arrested and returned to Spain after his final voyage, facing accusations of mismanagement. Columbus's journals provide valuable insights into his mindset and the cultures he encountered. The Taino people of the Caribbean were among the first indigenous groups encountered by Columbus. Despite his achievements, Columbus never held the prestigious title of governor or viceroy. Columbus's voyages initiated the European colonization and exploitation of the Americas. He struggled to gain support for his voyages initially, facing skepticism and rejection. Columbus's remains were initially buried in Spain, but later moved to the Dominican Republic. The impact of Columbus's voyages on the indigenous populations of the Americas was devastating. He encountered various indigenous cultures during his voyages, each with its own customs and languages. Columbus's voyages dramatically altered global trade routes and geopolitics. Columbus's voyages were funded by Queen Isabel of Castile and King Ferdinand of Aragon. He mistakenly believed he had reached the Indies, leading to the misnaming of Native Americans. Columbus's navigational skills were influenced by his studies of astronomy and geography. His expeditions brought European diseases to the Americas, leading to widespread death among indigenous peoples. Columbus's legacy is celebrated in some parts of the world, but increasingly criticized in others. He faced mutiny and rebellion from his crew during his voyages. Columbus's interactions with indigenous peoples ranged from peaceful encounters to violent conflict. He never found the riches he sought in the Americas, leading to disappointment in his later years. Columbus's voyages sparked a wave of exploration and colonization by other European powers. He was posthumously granted the title Admiral of the Ocean Sea by the Spanish crown. Columbus's expeditions had significant cultural, economic, and political consequences for both Europe and the Americas. He believed he had found a new route to the lucrative spice trade of Asia. Columbus's legacy includes the names of numerous cities, countries, and landmarks around the world. His voyages marked the beginning of sustained contact between the Eastern and Western hemispheres. Columbus's voyages contributed to the rise of European imperialism and the Atlantic slave trade. He was influenced by the writings of ancient scholars like Ptolemy and Marco Polo. Columbus's voyages reshaped European perceptions of the world and its possibilities. He faced criticism and opposition from religious authorities and rival navigators. Columbus's expeditions opened up new opportunities for trade and colonization. He underestimated the size of the earth, leading him to miscalculate the distance to Asia. Columbus's voyages led to the establishment of Spanish colonies in the Americas. He sought patronage from various European monarchs before securing support from Spain. Columbus's voyages triggered conflicts between European powers competing for colonial dominance. He never fully understood the significance of his discoveries, believing until his death that he had reached Asia. Columbus's expeditions brought him fame and fortune, but also controversy and hardship.